Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The Diagnostic Trouble Codes, DTC B0001-13 and B0002-13 indicate an issue with the driver's airbag inflators in the Honda Odyssey 2011 to 2017 model years. Specifically, B0001-13 implies an open circuit or increased resistance in the first inflator, while B0002-13 pertains to the second inflator. The driver's airbag system is critical for passenger safety, deploying in the event of a collision to provide cushioning. These inflators are located within the steering wheel assembly, directly responsible for the airbag's inflation during an impact. The system utilizes various components and wiring to ensure reliability, but faults can lead to failure in airbag deployment, raising concerns about vehicle safety. Before engaging in troubleshooting, it is essential to assess past collision history, replacement of damaged parts, and software updates, as improper handling may exacerbate the issue. The DTC B0013 and B0002-13 primarily signify problems related to the driver's airbag inflators. Both identified inflators are vital for the timely and effective deployment of the airbag system in case of a collision. They are situated within the steering wheel assembly, where they facilitate a rapid inflation of the airbag to minimize the risk of injury. The inflators work by igniting a propellant that fills the airbag with gas, acting as a barrier between the vehicle occupants and the hard surfaces of the car interior during a crash. Increased resistance or an open circuit can impede this critical function, making the troubleshooting process essential to restoring full functionality. Therefore, understanding this setup is crucial for addressing the issues effectively. Several potential causes can lead to the DTC B0001-13 and B0002-13 being triggered. One likely culprit is an open circuit within the wiring that connects the inflators to the SRS system. This can occur due to frayed wires, corroded connectors, or loose connections. Increased resistance in the wiring or connectors can also affect the inflator's operation, reducing its ability to deploy the airbag effectively. Additionally, a faulty SRS component, such as the airbag control unit or the inflators themselves, could cause these diagnostic trouble codes to appear. These elements must be thoroughly examined during the troubleshooting process to accurately identify the root cause and ensure repairs address the underlying issues directly. The manifestation of DTC B0001-13 and B0002-13 can be observed through various symptoms that typically indicate issues with the SRS airbag system. An immediate and noticeable symptom is the illumination of the airbag warning light on the dashboard, alerting the driver to a malfunction in the airbag system. Furthermore, the severity of these codes suggests that there may be a failure to deploy the airbag in the event of an accident, creating a significant safety risk. Additionally, other related notifications, such as messages about increased resistance, may also be displayed, prompting further investigation. Recognizing these symptoms is crucial for user awareness and emphasizes the importance of addressing these codes promptly. The first step in troubleshooting DTC B0001-13 and B0002-13 involves clearing the Diagnostic Trouble Codes, DTCs, using the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS. The HDS is an essential tool that allows technicians to diagnose various Honda vehicle systems. By clearing the DTCs, we create a fresh state for the vehicle's systems to ensure no residual codes from prior faults interfere with the troubleshooting process. After resetting the codes, it's crucial to observe if the same trouble codes reappear. This step helps in identifying whether the issue is persistent or intermittent. guiding further steps in the troubleshooting process. As we initiate this step, maintaining a systematic approach ensures that we focus on active issues. Once the DTCs are cleared using the HDS, the next step requires turning the ignition switch to the on position, also denoted as position 2, or pressing the engine's start-stop button to select the on mode. This action powers up the vehicle's electronic systems, including the airbag module, allowing it to perform self-checks. It is crucial to wait for approximately 10 seconds following this to allow the airbag control unit time to complete its initial diagnostic check. Skipping this waiting period could lead to inaccurate diagnostics or missed DTCs that the airbag system may detect shortly after ignition is activated. Thus, this step is integral to ensuring that any present codes are identified before advancing further in the troubleshooting. In the third troubleshooting step, you will again utilize the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, to check for any Diagnostic Trouble Codes, DTCs, that may still remain after clearing the previous codes. This involves a crucial step of verifying whether DTC B0001-13 or B0002-13 appears once again. If either of these codes is indicated, it confirms the persistence of the problem that requires further investigation. Conversely, if no codes are present, this could suggest an intermittent failure or that the system is functioning correctly at that moment. Should another DTC be indicated, it directs the technician to undertake the necessary troubleshooting measures for that specific code. Therefore, this diagnostic check plays a significant role in defining the next steps in the troubleshooting workflow. After assessing the presence of DTCs, the next step involves turning the ignition switch to the lock position. This indicates a move to off mode, effectively shutting down the vehicle's electronic systems. This critical action is necessary to ensure safety while working on the airbag system, as it mitigates the risk of accidental deployment during subsequent procedures. By switching off the engine, it safeguards not only the technician, but also the integrity of the airbag system components. Please take care to wait until all dashboard indicators have dimmed off completely, confirming that no additional current is flowing to the circuits linked to the airbags. At this point, you are preparing to perform further disconnections, ensuring that no unintended operation occurs. The fifth troubleshooting step involves disconnecting the negative cable from the vehicle's battery. This action is essential for safely working on the SRS components, as it eliminates potential electrical energy that could accidentally trigger an airbag deployment during repairs. Following disconnection, it is crucial to wait a minimum of 3 minutes. This time frame allows any residual power in the airbag system to dissipate, ensuring that it is entirely safe to proceed with the next steps. It is important to follow this precaution, as safety is the highest priority when dealing with airbags. Neglecting to disconnect the battery properly may lead to unanticipated hazards. This step lays the groundwork for successful further disassembly of the airbag component without risks. In this sixth step, the technician begins by removing the access panel from the steering wheel. This panel serves as a protective cover for the driver's airbag and the wiring underneath, allowing access to the necessary components for further inspection. After safely removing this panel, the technician should proceed to disconnect the driver's Airbag Inflator 4P connector from the cable reel harness. The 4P connector is a 4-pin connection that plays a critical role in facilitating the communication and power between the airbag module and the fuel system. It is vital to handle this connector with care, as damage to the connector can result in erroneous diagnostic readings or system failures. Ensuring a clean disconnection here is essential for the integrity of the airbag system and for continuity in further troubleshooting steps. At this point in the troubleshooting procedure, you need to connect the terminals of the SRS Simulator Lead J to the SRS Inflator Simulator. Using a specialized simulator with 2 ohm connectors allows you to effectively test the functionality and resistance of the Airbag Inflator circuits without deploying the actual airbag. This test acts as a diagnostic measure to evaluate whether the issue is with the inflators themselves or the circuit that leads to them. Subsequently, the SRS simulator lead must be connected to the driver's airbag inflator's 4P connector on the cable reel harness as previously disconnected. This step provides valuable data regarding whether the inflators are still operational and can effectively support an airbag deployment scenario. By simulating the inflator conditions, technicians are better equipped to identify the root cause of the diagnostic trouble codes referencing faults in the airbag inflator system. Following the connections made in the previous steps, it's time to reconnect the negative cable back to the battery. This is an integral step that reintroduces electric current to the airbag system, enabling the airbag control module to receive power and conduct essential operability checks. After reconnecting the cable, take a moment to ensure that all connections are secure, which is vital for accurate testing results. This reconnection prepares the system for the next steps in diagnostics, as the vehicle will now be ready to receive further commands through the ignition system. This brief period of reactivation is crucial for ensuring that any DTCs that may still exist can be detected accurately before carrying out another diagnostic check. Doing this properly sets the stage for the following troubleshooting activities to ensure the airbag system is effectively monitored. In the final step of this comprehensive troubleshooting process, you will again clear any Diagnostic Trouble Codes, DTCs, using the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS. This second clear is essential after reconnecting the battery and simulating the airbag inflator's conditions. Following this clearing, it is crucial to monitor the system for new or returning trouble codes that may appear. Detecting immediate codes following this process can help ascertain whether the issue is resolved or if further investigation is needed. If the previous DTCs reappear, this indicates a persistent issue that requires continued troubleshooting. However, if the codes are cleared successfully and do not return, it suggests that the airbag system is functioning correctly at this time. This final verification through the HDS is an essential component in concluding the troubleshooting process effectively. After completing all troubleshooting steps, it is critical to carry out final repair verification for the DTC B0001-13 and B0002-13. This includes checking all connections to ensure that they are secure and properly installed without any frays or damage. Confirming that the driver's airbag inflator is correctly connected to the SRS harness and that all connections are intact is vital for the system's reactivity. Following this verification, a practical test of the airbag system functionality is recommended to ascertain its operational readiness before handing the vehicle back to the customer. Any saved DTCs should be reviewed to ascertain they were successfully cleared. If issues persist, full reevaluation of the wiring and SRS components may be necessary. Performing this thorough final check is key to ensuring the utmost safety during vehicle operation. To prevent future occurrences of DTC B0001-13 and B0002-13, it's essential to adopt regular preventive maintenance practices for the SRS airbag system. This includes scheduled inspections of all SRS-related wiring and components to check for signs of wear, corrosion, or damage that could potentially affect system performance. Additionally, regular updates to the SRS software using the HDS are crucial, as these updates may resolve existing software anomalies and improve system reliability. Maintaining these preventive measures not only enhances airbag functionality, but also ensures passenger safety on the road. Educating vehicle owners about the importance of these practices can significantly extend the operational lifespan of the airbag systems, helping to avoid costly repairs and ensuring readiness in emergency situations. In summary, troubleshooting DTC B0001-13 and B0002-13 is a meticulous process aimed at ensuring the driver's airbag inflators are fully operational. Recognizing symptoms, potential causes, and following a comprehensive series of well-defined steps ensures that underlying problems are addressed promptly. The process involves clear documentation of diagnostic checks and verifying that all components return to full functionality. Regular maintenance and timely software updates are integral to the longevity and reliability of the airbag system. As safety is paramount, consistent monitoring and preventive measures will greatly enhance vehicle safety, ensuring that both technicians and vehicle owners can trust in the operational integrity of vital safety features like airbags. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.